Alright, how is everybody doing today? My name is Miinfin, and I am going to be running Astalon Tears of the Earth Black Knight Percents. Now, before we get going, there's one thing I do want to give a warning on, because I wouldn't listen to the stream, so I'm not sure if I got said. But anybody who is sensitive to flashing lights, please be warned. There is a lot of it in this game. So, as much as I would love you to watch, if that's a problem for you, please be careful. With that being said, commentary on this is going to be a little different. I'm going to start off by explaining a couple things before I get going, because this is a fast 15-minute run, and there's a couple points where I have to focus. So I will explain things when I can, usually around bosses, but the Black Knight is an extra mode that you open up after unlocking certain secrets in the game. It enables you to play as one of the antagonists in the main Tears of the Earth category. You move faster when you jump. You have a couple extra abilities, and you jump higher. You also do a lot of damage based on the orbs that you have, which is a currency in the game which doesn't matter to Black Knight. And then we get to throw a death orb that costs 2 health, but it deals a lot of damage. It's usually double our base damage. But with that being said, we're going to be going, as soon as I select the save file, we'll be good to go on there. So here we go in 3, 2, 1, and start. Okay, there it goes. I almost thought the game crashed. I had the Windows like, hey, it's not responding thing. Alright, so the Black Knight, the story on this is, he's a little deformed kid that gets taken by some evil priests and gets offered to the Gorgons, which are trying to kill everybody. But, normally there's a cutscene here, and, I quickly found out when doing Black Knight that it's quicker just to go down here and skip around it. You actually save about 5 seconds or so, something like that. Because you can just hop over everything. You don't have to worry about a cutscene for an elevator coming in. And normally there's a lot more we have to do in the regular game because we can't jump or move as fast. So we get to take alternate routes that normally you'd have to wait to unlock. And I'll play that little save so I don't take damage, so I want to save my health. Now in the base game, you have the ability to upgrade your armor and stuff so you take less damage. You do not get any such thing with the Black Knight. You are stuck at 1 armor the entire game, so everything does the max damage speed, which is challenging. So those little campfires that I just jump over, those are save points. I will not be doing those for the most part. For marathon reasons, there's going to be a couple points where I'm going to take some safety saves. Because in the regular run, we skip them, so if you die, you literally have to start over. Because if you don't have a save and you try to retry, it will soft lock the game. So, I don't want to do that. And these blood pits are how we heal. So as we do a lot of damage, we basically absorb blood, and it says, oh, here's life. So we're not quite a vampire, but we kind of are. Whee! Now we're coming up to our first boss. There are 3 Gorgons that we fight in the game as part of the main storyline, and there's a 4th one that's hidden in Tears of the Earth mode. They have gems in their head that we need to collect to get to the final boss. So we're basically just going to try to do as much damage as possible and drain these guys of all their health. Alright, so that's not bad. And there we go. That is first boss down. In the base game, this is a significantly longer fight because you can't do, like, rapid 28 to 30 points of damage. Now, one thing they did do in this game is normally there's like a screen shake that takes place on a lot of these, so you can shut that off for anybody who's motion sensitive, but they don't have anything for the light sensitivity, unfortunately. Hopefully that's something they can work on as an accessibility option in the future, because they are working on some quality life changes, since this game is going to be an HDQ. But it's going to be the base game, not this one. This one's too fast for HDQ. And this is where the big jumping comes in handy with them, because I can just skip a whole puzzle thing that we normally have to do. Whee! So we're going to be coming up on the first save for a safety save, because there's an area here where I can take a lot of damage. So we're going to save here. Because if you miss that spike, or that timing, you take 10 damage from those spikes. This is a small little clip here. And we can take some damage here. I, for some odd reason, did not jump. You can skip a whole cycle if you jump that right. Whee! Up we go. And just to give you an idea of how fast this game is, we're already coming up to our second boss. And we are, like, maybe a few minutes in. We're going to skip that save because I will not need it. I'm going to heal before going into Volantis. Volantis is interesting. So he has two phases, the thing is, though, is if he's below, it's either 70 or 65%, he will go into his next phase, which takes a lot of time. However, he will not change to his second phase until after he's done with a series of attacks from the face. So, what we want to do is we want to wait for a specific kind of attack, and otherwise just try to be a little safe. There we go. If we do it right, we can knock down a decent chunk of health. And now we're going into phase 2. I did that turnaround slash, so I didn't hit him. That orb on the back is like a sensitive area. Woo! And that's boss 2. The bosses die really, really fast in Black Knight. The next boss I'll come across, I should only take 1 hit of damage. Yes, they did go all in with the flashing lights. That's why I made sure there was that warning. So the orbs in this, the power is on a logarithmic scale, so there's certain things that we're looking for by the time we get to each boss as far as levels. Most of the time, we're gonna be there unless we're really bad at collecting orbs, because it increases our damage. Now we're coming up to what's lovingly, not so much, called platform jank. Right there. All in practice, I did not hit it. It actually went the way it should have. So, the platforms are not coded 100% correctly, because they do funny things. We call it platform jank. I wanted to make sure I had enough health coming out of Volantis, so that way, if that happened, I wasn't going to have to play it super safe and slow. Thankfully, if you're in the speedrunning Discord, Coltejo, or Colt, I just call him Colt, because I don't know exactly how to pronounce his actual full username, has the entire chart up. And basically, by the end of this run, we're looking at getting about 3,100 shards, or orbs. That actually gets us everything we need to quickly deal with the last boss. We're going to heal here, and we're going to take some damage boosts to get through this area instead of killing these guys, because it's faster. Get around you. Jump into one of those guys, because they do 5. Big guy does 9. You want to take less damage. Less damage is always good, especially in a speedrun. Sometimes. Because we're going to take damage there, so we can just boost through all of that. Kill him. Now, one thing, like I said, he moves faster when he's in the air versus when he's walking, so we try to jump as much as possible. Cool thing is his helmet, while part of the sprite, is not part of his hitbox. His hitbox is only 2 tiles tall, and that helmet is not part of it. So it's advantageous on some things, because we can get a little extra height on some things without having to worry about taking damage from, like, say, spikes. Now, that red shard I'm passing is a health shard, but it's slow to collect. I'm only going to collect 1 through this run for safety reasons, and that's at the last one. Taking a teleporter here. There's a couple teleporters that are very specifically designed for Black Knight mode. That's the only reason they're in the game, because you can't reach them otherwise. Do a hop here, because it lands us literally right underneath that for optimal movement, if I would move optimally. And we're just going to jump straight up, straight over, bypass Ninja Gaiden guy, and heal up. So now we're going on to our 4th and final area of the game already. This is called Ruins of Ash. You jump just right here. Okay. If you jump in the... Ow. Okay, I took extra damage I didn't want to take. Pop. Who cares about pop? No! Okay, I needed it... Okay, well, that sucks. Alright, so I'm gonna have to be a little careful right here. Whee! Okay, so avoided some damage there, which is great. I will have a blood pool coming up shortly, so if things go right, I should only have to use, like, 8 health. Alright, so the next area has spikes. There is a way to get through it quicker. For safety reasons, I'm just going to go through and be like, cool, we'll play it safe. Because the next safety save is right here, but I'm going to heal first, so if we have to use it, I'm at full health and I don't have to heal again. Get that last health. Thank you. Now we're going into the 3-hit Gorgon room. Images of the Gorgons, watching what's going on, except 2 of them are dead. Whee! Now the other neat... well, okay, that's fine. That's fine. The other neat thing about these dwarves, they go through walls! Who needs to do an entire puzzle to hit a switch? I don't. Okay, that Revenant that spawned with the staff, those guys are jerks. They hurt, and they always spawn in the worst possible spot. Just like Wizards from Messenger or Zelda or anything like that. They're just horrible. Because they just spawn in the worst possible spot. But that's fine. We got it through. There is, unfortunately, no way to manipulate where they go. They have a mind of their own. Alright. Yeah. And... What? Okay. He hurts when you run into him. And he was spawning in the wrong spot. Alright, these guys with blood vials after him, that thing needs to be killed first. Because otherwise they can't die. I think I'm gonna have to take a safety heal here. Just for marathon reasons. Because there is a mini-boss thing coming up soon, and I don't want to die. I like having around 30 health for it, because it gives me plenty of blood orbs to use, but it can be done with less, but... Start room! Here, up there, and we're over. The actual gate is fantastic. Hey, we're good. But these are worth a lot. Heal up. Down we go. We're collecting Icarus Emblem. We already move fast, now we move faster. Now, this next turn we're going to take a couple intentional damage boosts. Because it's faster than trying to wait and kill these things. Whee! I played that a little safe. Alright. Now, I'm going to skip this save because I do not need it for the next boss. Unless I am horrible, which I don't remember the last time I was horrible on this boss with Black Knight. There we go, Marathon Luck, just cursed. I should take exactly 1 hit on this boss and that's it. And that should be it. Oh, no! Alright, so I took 2. We're fine. We're fine. This will still die in 3 death orbs. I'll just have to do a couple extra healing before the final boss. But we are almost there. Well, marathon luck is all I have to say. And yeah, this is a great game. It came out, I want to say it was March or April of this year. It might be a little later, I forget. Maybe it was June. It was well worth the $20. And there's multiple modes, all of which are speedruns. We have the any %. There is Black Knight, which is what we do like this. There is a monster mode, where you play as one of the flying gargoyles, and you basically do the same thing. The most common category is any % or all bosses any %, with the Astalon mode, where you play with the regular characters. And that's a safety save right there, just in case this boss goes horribly, horribly wrong. We have some AI manipulation so we can get specific attacks, but I've been doing that really, really poorly lately. So we'll see. We will see. You can buffer it up thing here so you don't have to wait to hit up when that comes up. It's just there. Yes, we want to go up. One last set of text boxes from the final from the Medusa Head Gorgon. So if you get lightning, if we're lucky, that's all he's going to do is that. Alright, that is not all he did. But we're fine. He takes like 2 warps and he's dead. So time will be coming up shortly. As soon as he crumbles into rocks, that's time. So, and which should be time. That's it. That is Black Knight percents. This is an extremely fast category. I do hold the world record in this. It is like 13 minutes and 50 some odd seconds. That was doing all risk. But it's fun. Now, the any % is right around 45, 50 minutes, I believe. Still a fun run. Also full risk. But I would highly recommend checking this game out on Steam. But yeah. I mean, it's the actual full any %. Strizer is going to be running at HEDQ. We don't know the schedule yet, but it has been announced for it. So if you want to see that, coming January, if you haven't already played the game, check it out then. But yeah, fun, quick run. But with this, you can find me on all socials. I'm on Twitch. I'm on Twitter. I'm in Discord, all pretty much with Miinfin. So. If you want to come check me out, come do that. I do mostly speedrun, indie, Metroidvanias, or platformers, so you'll get a lot of the same thing like this. As a matter of fact, I will be back with one of those tomorrow at right around 10:15-ish, I think, 10:30, somewhere around that, with Kaze and the Wild Masks. That is a Donkey Kong-style platformer that I love a lot, and I'm going to be running another category on that. But I will pass this over to Dino because I have some family things I need to take care of. But please get some donations in for this. I was happy to participate in this last year and again this year, and I will continue to do so as long as this happens. But y'all have a great day. Thank you very much for the GGs, and I will see y'all tomorrow.